Alright guys, so this is gonna be the Lil Peep preset. This one I'm emulating the track Fucked Up off of the Hellboy album. So I'm gonna play it right now with all the effects. Alright, so now I'm gonna play without the effects on it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hang me from the ceiling by my fingers or my toes. You ask me how I'm feeling, but I think you already know. Tear me into pieces like the letters that I wrote. Your lyrics not a letter, and I know you hate these notes.
Now that you guys know how that sounds like, we're gonna go over what is happening here with the vocals. So the first part is having a lead vocal and then having your doubles. And when you do the doubles, you want to pan them left to right. I have them at 40% each. Alright, now that you guys know what's going on with the vocals, let's see what we did with the vocal effects. So I'll put these on a bus and set them up for all the vocals. They seem pretty close, so I just kind of put them all just into one bus, so I don't have to mix each individual one, and at the same time I don't have to use all the resources from the CPU and RAM for each individual track. That way it just leads to one. Alright, so now let's go over all the effects. Let's start off with the REQ6 from Waves. As you guys can see, I just removed these frequencies right here. I use Polk Child 670 to aggressive compression. Over here I'm using a de-esser to hit the 6000 frequency there, and that's just to tone it down. It kind of compresses and gives it a nicer sound as well, instead of not just fully de-essing too. Here's another EQ. This one's some more surgical, and I just removed the low end again once again. Did some more low and so forth to attend to these vocals for this song, and I added a little boost on 600 for more clarity, as I felt that was missing in the vocals. Alright, so now let's go on to the next compressor. This one is a lighter compressor, so it can compress everything more equally compared to the first one, which was more aggressive. After that, I threw on a SSL channel. I boosted up the high frequencies at around 10K. Boosted up a little bit more in the high mid frequencies. Turned down the low mid, and then on the low frequencies I turned that down a bit by like 6 dBs at 125. Yes sir. I threw on a little C4 multi-band compressor, and I used the frequencies 4K to 8K and boosted that by 2. I threw on the saturation plug, a J37. This just gives, it kind of just like makes the vocal sound a little bit more natural. With the saturation applied after all the compression has been done. Then afterwards, I threw in a de-esser, and as you guys can see there, it's a notch, so meaning it's gonna attack that frequency I have selected specifically. I threw in another Pro Q as all of this stuff is boosting from the R compressor and so forth until this EQ. A lot of stuff is being boosted, and I removed what I needed to remove. So I added the FG73 preamp for more character to the vocals. Decapitator, add more grit to the vocals. Devil Lock, this gives it more distortion that you hear in that Lil Peep song. And then another EQ on top of it to remove any high frequencies that are piercing your ears afterwards. Alright, so I showed you guys what's happening with all the vocals here. Now let me show you what's happening individually. So for the lead vocal, Echo Boy gave it some chorus for the lead vocal and a little bit more distortion for the main vocal. Alright, so now let's go on to the double. For the doubles, I removed the high end and some of the 2K, just so the lead vocal cuts through more than the doubles. And of course, auto tune, added some auto tune, and a declipper because at some points of the songs it was clipping. Same thing for the right vocal. Oh yeah, I added some reverb, and this goes on to the lead vocal, and I added EQ to tighten up and clean up the reverb that the lead vocal is getting. Alright, so now let's move on to sidechain for the vocals. So now what I did was I routed the lead vocal, the one that controls all three of these, routed it over to the delay. For the delay, I use H delay at 1/4 and 150 BPM because that's the BPM for the song. And inside of this H delay, it comes with the EQ already in it, so I just let more of the high pass come through. And the feedback, I have it at 50. Okay, so now the reverb for left and right, I used the Valhalla reverb for this one. I used small R Hall, and I EQ'd it as well just to tighten it and clean it up more to my liking. That's all I did to get the Lil Peep effect. I'm about to play it one more time with the effects on.
2, 1.
If you guys watched all the way to the end, thank you guys. I'm going to be posting this preset up for sale in the store, and I'm going to be coming out with the FL Studio version for the Lil Peep. And if you guys have any questions or comments, let me know on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram down in the description. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Peace.